This is Josh from Bellows. This is exercise number 2 in the first steps on Stradella Bass course for the accordion. In the last lesson, we did learn how to play the C bass, the C chord, and two different rhythms, the 4/4 rhythm and the waltz rhythm, which is the 3/4 rhythm. And if you haven't gone through the previous lesson yet, I'll provide a link for the previous lesson down in the description, and feel free to watch and practice that exercise before you go to lesson number 2. So in this lesson, we are introducing one new bass note and one new chord, the G bass on the fundamental bass row and the G chord. So let's see how we can find the G bass. First, on the sheet music. In the sheet music, the G bass is found on the bottom line of the bass clef. The bottom line is a G bass, and a G chord in accordion notation is written exactly one octave above, which is the space below the top line. So we already saw that the second space is a C bass, and then the C chord is written above the top line by drawing this extension, and the G chord is written one space that is directly below the top line. Let's see how we can spot the G bass button and the G major chord. And in accordion notation, when we write the chords, we should also specify whether it's a major by marking it using an uppercase M, or a minor by marking it with a lowercase m, or a seventh chord, dominant seventh, by marking it with the number 7, or a diminished chord by marking it with a lowercase d or the letters D-I-M. But in this exercise, we're only going to be doing majors, so I didn't really mark those yet. But once you start practicing the other chords, you could repurpose these exercises to play those chords as well. So let's see how we can spot the G bass that is on the bottom line of the bass clef. So we know how to find the C bass on the fundamental bass row. Somewhere around the middle, there's a button that is marked that you can feel. So remember how we tucked our finger under to find the C major chord? But we started off with another button that was on the side of the C bass button. So that's where we find the G bass button. And now you might be wondering, why are we looking at G after the C? Like, logically, you would expect to find the D. That is what we find on the keyboard, right? So I play the C note. The next note that you'll be expecting to play is the D, which is next to it. But on the accordion bass buttons, we are going to be skipping a lot of those notes and go directly to G. So what exactly is G, right? So if I play 5 notes, C, D, E, F, G, so G is the 5th note on the right hand side when you play the C major scale. You don't have to worry about what a C major scale is right now, but it's the 5th note, right? So the 5th note is called a fifth or a dominant of the note that you're playing. So the 5th note of a C is a G. And as you keep moving towards the ceiling on the bass buttons on the same column, you keep moving up in fifths. So the fifths go as C to G. And from G, how do I find the 5th? G, A, B, C, D. The 5th note, D. And then from D, D, E, F, G, A. in musical notation, like the notes reset after the G, right? You don't have a H. After the G, you have an A. And after the A, you have like A, B, C, D, E. And after the E, you have E, F, G, A, B. That is the B. The next one that you would expect is B, C, D, E, F. You'd expect the F, but this is a F sharp. Why is that a F sharp and why is that not an F? It's a topic for a different episode that's beyond the scope of this lesson. But let's not focus on that right now. So we're going to play the fifth of the C, which is the G. So what we're going to practice is to move the same finger parallelly to find the G. So we are playing C with the fourth finger. So move it parallelly up, go towards the ceiling. So make sure that you're not going like this. And you can use a mirror again to make sure that you're actually going directly this way. You're still staying on the second column. So you gotta go here. So this is the G. And the G major is the same deal as how you played C major. It's the same shape. So let's try to play C and G back and forth. So C, G, back to C, which you should be able to feel the marking, back to G. It shouldn't sound like this. That's different. You're actually going to the counter bass row. We're not going to be playing that now. So go to the fundamental bass, C, G, C, G. So we're doing that. C, G major is like exactly the same. So in this exercise, we're only going to be doing 4/4s. You can practice the 3/4 waltz rhythm on your own if you're interested, but I thought we'd skip that because we're going to be mixing and matching between 3/4 and 4/4 rhythms on the exercises as we go further along. So let's get started. So the thing that we're going to focus on in this exercise is going back and forth between C and G. So there's already a lot of things going on. You're keeping track of like fingers, looking at the notes, recognizing them, deciding whether to press the bass or the chord, deciding whether you need to keep opening the bellows or switch direction of the bellows, all of that. In addition to that, we're also gonna add more to our workload, which is to switch chords back and forth. So this is gonna make things even harder. So I'm gonna mention this one more time. Please don't try to go faster than what you can handle. We don't want to be making mistakes all over the place. So let's get started with this. I'm gonna count very, very slowly. We're not gonna play the rhythm yet. We're gonna play bass and chord together and then do this. So make sure that you're not arching like this because your hand is pivoting here, right? So you might go in that circular motion and play like major and minor together, which is not going to sound good. Make sure that you hear that deep bass sound and not a chord sound with your finger four. Okay, you will be able to hear it if you're playing it wrong. It won't sound nice. And same way, make sure that you're not going sideways like this. You're going directly up. And you can always use a mirror or like a camera in selfie mode to get some visual feedback just to get a hang of it. So let's do this. We're going to be playing C for 4 beats, C and C major together, and then slowly release it, move, and go to the G. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, open. Back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. have this, let's play the rhythm. I'm not starting the metronome yet. So let's do bass, chord, 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 bass, chord, chord, chord. Fingers 4 and 3, just like how we did it in the last lesson. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go even slower if you found that a little bit hard to follow. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start the exercise with the metronome, and let's see, we'll start at 50 beats per minute, just like how we did the last exercise. Feel free to go at a slower speed and repeat the practice that we just did if you're still not getting a hang of it and you're not able to play it at the speed that we're starting. Let's get started here. 2 measures of opening, 2 measures of closing. Keep the duration of the bass and chord notes crisp and short. Don't drag them like this. We don't want that. And also apply constant pressure on the bellows. Release the buttons before you switch bellows directions. So these are all reminders about technique tips from the last lesson. Let's get started here. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C major, C major, C major, G, G major, G major, G major, C, C major, C major, C major, G, G major, G major, G major. Repeat. C, C major, C major, C major, G, G major, G major, G major. C, switch to G. Repeat. Repeat. Okay, that's about it. Let's increase the tempo a little bit. We're going to like 50 beats, 60 beats per minute. And as usual, if you feel like you need more practice at 50 beats per minute or at an even slower speed, stay there, do your repetitions until you feel more comfortable. These play along practice tracks are always here for you. You can always go back and reuse them as many number of times as you want. So let's get started at 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Repeat. That's about it. So I'm not going to take this any faster, as this is like still pretty early in the course, right? So we have 8 more exercises, and for the more advanced things, we don't have anything that's like too advanced in this course, right? We do like jumps from C to E, and that's about the most advanced thing in this lesson. And then we jump from like C all the way down to like A flat. We're not going to do anything more fancier than that, alternating basses and stuff. But we'll be building up more speed in the other exercises, and not exactly now. Right now, it's more important to be able to play it solid and tight at a slower tempo, rather than building a faulty technique and putting too much pressure on yourself to play faster. So we're gonna wrap up this lesson, and on the next lesson, we will be looking at alternating basses, I guess. I'm not sure. Maybe we are adding the F note, F bass note, and the F major chord. I'm not sure which one I wrote as the next exercise yet. I have to go and check that again. But I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, good luck with your practice and have a great time.